Here at the Twin Cities Film Fest, and we are at our XR event, and it's so exciting. I'm alongside some familiar faces to myself, but everyone here has to do with the film Soldier that is playing at our event. We're going to start here with you, Reina Rios Star. I'm so excited to talk with you. It was fun working with you on this film, but you acted in it, and can you tell me a little bit about your experience and maybe what some of those first thoughts were before you actually got to get on set?
Yeah, I was really excited to be able to work with Andy, Sasha, and CJ and just be able to experiment a little bit more with like what we could do as actors. So I was really excited to figure out like, hey, let's do it. Let's figure this out together. And so it was a lot of fun to be able to work with you all.
And so you're on set, and I'm sure this is maybe your first experience in this medium, using, getting in virtual reality. What was maybe something different than some of the other films that you've been a part of?
Oh goodness. Actually just like being able to observe yourself and others in this new space was really cool, because I've never actually had to see myself like in this movement of a different plane than what we're used to. So I enjoyed that a lot. Thanks.
And now, as you've had the chance to experience even witnessing some people looking at our film, but you also got to see our film come to life. Can you tell me a little bit about what that experience was to finally see that finished product?
Oh, I was really excited. I think it's one of because I've never done VR before, I think it was really a really cool experience. I mean, for me, it was really a new journey, and maybe there's like a new opportunity for me and maybe for all of us to be able to work in this new medium together, because I think there is a lot of storytelling that can be told in this way that's also even more intimate than your regular plain TV. Yeah.
Well, it is so fun talking with you. It was so fun working with you on this film, but thanks for being here.
Of course, thanks for having me.
I'm going to step on through. We're going to go on over and talk to the writer here of Soldier. This is Andy Rem5. And Andy, can you tell me a little bit about maybe your decision writing this particular film, but also maybe what was difficult as you got into that writing process with it?
This is a project actually CJ Renner sort of started. He really wanted to get us into this VR space. It's not something that I wrote actually for VR originally. It was kind of a sketch that I'd done with, that I was really interested in returning vets and the conflicts they encountered with their domestic partners upon returning. But I think VR, the special challenges that it sort of created as I was writing for it was that you have to work in different spaces. And so it's a medium where you can have things going on in the background, things going over here. So the challenge was creating more story and trying to have it kind of compete in a way for the viewer's attention.
What was neat about your experience too, I think, was that you were also on set, being a writer and actually getting to see this come to life in front of you. What was that experience like for you to see that firsthand?
Yeah, it's not typical for writers to be on the set. I loved being on the set, to be creative, and actually CJ was very collaborative, and so he allowed me to sort of help a little bit with some of the actors, and yeah, it was just fantastic seeing it come to life and seeing the actors really grow in the parts over time. So that was great.
And now being here, seeing the final product, was there anything that surprised you as you got to see what that looked like, all done and wrapped up with a bow?
Well, it's such an immersive medium, and I think that's what's going to surprise a lot of people. I've had people come up to me and they just said it's just game changing. It's like you're sitting with those characters. And again, we had such a great cast, yourself included, and it was really nice to see them take the characters that I created and really take them to the next level.
Well, we had a great script to go off of, so we appreciate you. But thank you so much, Andy. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
I'm going to step on through and we're going to talk with you, Micah, really quickly. And Micah, can you tell me a little bit about, you got to be the lead in our film, and for you, what was that experience like, maybe accepting this role? And can you tell us a little bit about that character without giving too much away?
So I had met CJ and Sasha like 3 years ago at this point, and had never done anything with them, and it was like the point of the pandemic where it was like things are like good, and like didn't even think about. It was like starting not to think about it, which didn't last, but this is when the movie was shot. So I was very excited to do it. And So CJ told me when he was talking to me about the film, like, he's like, I could go like casting wise to like a kind of a ripped like fucking like clearly a military person, and he's like, but I'm gonna choose you, and so because of that, I was like, okay, well I I lost like 10 pounds for the role, just like for sort of for fun, but also like made sense. I made it make sense.
It gave you a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, we got
okay,
this.
I've
Yeah.
been in this hotel room for 2 weeks and I've barely eaten anything, so that's why. Anyway, that was like my approach to like change something physically about myself to kind of get into it, so that helped. But yeah, I think like it didn't go that deep into like the military like soldier part of the character, and yeah, I don't know.
Did anything surprise you getting on set? I know you were working with myself and Raina and all of us on set, but did anything surprise you maybe as you got on set and actually worked with us on it?
Yeah, it was like surprisingly really simple, like the way it was set up. Like, because we didn't have any playback, we didn't know what it looked like, but it also like made things go faster. And there was like basically 3 long takes, so that was really like satisfying, like as an actor, to like just be in a space. So yeah, and watching it was really unnerving in a way. I was surprised because it's like, I know I'm acting. I don't have a problem watching myself usually, but like it's super strange to see like yourself right there.
Well, anything about this event being here today that has been enjoyable? Have you got to see people enjoying our film?
Yeah, totally. And I feel like we've all learned a lot from like doing this, and like I've already gotten a bunch of good ideas from like watching the other films. So I think it's just something that can do so much with. Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited to see our film, you guys. It is so awesome to have you all here next to me to talk about our film, Soldier. But congrats, kudos to all of you. You did such a great job. But thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Well, this is our XR event. We are still having a great time, so come on down if you haven't decided to yet. This is the Twin Cities Film Fest. I'm Blythe Whaley.